Hey, hey, hey. Happy New Year. I really, really, really hope that this finds you doing very well and you are ready for an incredibly happy new year and a safe one tonight. And I want to talk to you. Jeff Hart, how in the world are you? Missy Meddings, my neighbor. How are you, Missy? So, what's up, Uncle Lionel over on Periscope? Calling me a pinhead. I love it. Love you, man. Love you. So, listen, Danielle Rowe, thank you for sharing this out. You are amazing. So, listen, I want to talk to you about your goals for the new year. I want to talk to you about the new year, period. So, let's talk about that. Most people are thinking about 2020 is going to be my year. I'm excited. 2020 is going to be awesome. And here's the truth, man. What is going on, Weldon Whitehurst? How in the world are you, man? Here's the truth. Most people at 2021, a year from now, are going to be in the exact same spot they're in today. There's not going to be much of a change at all. And you all know that. You know that, and I know that. And the reason is the conversations that we're all having in our heads. The conversations we're having about ourselves. Like when some pinhead on Periscope calls you a pinhead and you get upset about it and angry and you're like, nah, man, that's just some pinhead on Periscope. They're called trolls. And there are trolls not just on the internet, there are trolls everywhere in life. But we have these conversations in our heads. Chuck Studebaker, what's cracking, dude? What's happening? We have these conversations in our heads. We allow one person, we allow one thing, we allow one thought. We have all these things. Like, I'm going to tell you, in 2019, something that I accomplished in 2019 that might be one of the greatest accomplishments of my entire life. Lynn Serrano, how are you? I love you, Lynn. You're amazing. And Lynn came into my life in 2019, and I am so grateful for her. She is an amazing woman. If you're not following Lynn, follow her because she's awesome. Send her a friend request right now. So look, this is why 2020 is not going to be different for most people. Hey, Tina Williams, how are you? This is why the unconscious conversations that we're having in our heads control most of what we do in our lives, right? You want a better year, but you're not going to have it because it requires giving up things. It requires you letting go or giving up things. And I'll tell you, listen, I'm not judging anybody. I promise you I'm not. This has been the story of my life. It's been the story of my life. What is it that you're willing to give up? What is it that you're willing to give up to reach the new levels in your life? What is it? I'll give you an example. I did 75 hard this year, along with my wife and several other amazing people. What's up, Hermelo? How you doing? Justin, what's going on, Justin Sokol? So what are you willing to give up? Brian Hess, what's happening, dude? 75 hard requires you to work out 2 times a day for 45 minutes each time. One time has to be outside. You have to follow a diet, no cheat meals, no drinking. You can't do any of that. You have to drink a gallon of water every day. You have to, come on, somebody help me out. You got to drink a gallon of water. You have to read 10 pages out of a self-help, business, self-improvement, whatever book, a nonfiction book every single day. You have to take a progress picture every single day. Now, all of those things are very, very, very easy to do. Okay. I'm just telling you, they are very easy to do. You can do them. And most people can do it 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 days, 12, even 18, maybe 20 days. A lot of people can get to that point, 20, 25 days. What's up, Corey? How you doing? Happy New Year. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. At day 30, day 32, day 17, day 48, day 62, day whatever, the stories start taking over again. The stories. Oh man, you've made it. Gosh, you've made it 32 days. You've never done 32 days of something like 75 hard in your life. You deserve it, man. Eat that Twinkie. Eat that ho-ho. You deserve it. Ah, man. I mean, there's nowhere else to eat. You might as well swing through this McDonald's and grab you a Big Mac. You've earned it. Look at this. You've lost so much weight. You've gained so much momentum in life, dude. You've earned it. Stop and have a Big Mac. Hey, Chris Greenfield, Happy New Year. Those are the stories. Those are the rationalizations, the justifications. That's how we justify. And I'm not just talking about 75 hard, mind you, not even close, right? I'm talking about everything. You know what? Go ahead and have a little bit extra pasta. What's that going to matter? Let's say you're not on 75 hard. Have a little bit extra. Have that extra grilled cheese sandwich. You've earned it, man. You worked hard today. Here's another excuse. You've earned it. A little extra is not going to hurt. A little extra never hurt anyone, dude. Have that piece of cheesecake. You've earned it. How about, I can always start changing whenever I want. I can change anytime I want. I can stop doing that. I could stop smoking cigarettes right now if I wanted to. Well, why don't you? Because I like it, man. You do. You like not being able to run or breathe. You like not being able to do the things that non-smokers can do, right? It's called rationalization. Rationalization. Or here's another one. I've used all these, by the way. I am not judging. I am not judging you in any way. I promise you. Hold on. Brian Hess has got me up on his Apple TV. He just sent me a screen. That's awesome, dude. So look, I'm not judging anybody because I've done all of these things, right? Eventually I'm going to start. I know I've got an extra 20 pounds. Eventually I'm going to get rid of that. First New Year, I've been fully sober and not eating meat. Right on, dude. I have not given up meat. And honestly, it's because I do enjoy meat. But here's the thing. I haven't had a drink in over 17 years. And I ain't starting right now either. Today ain't going to be the day. I promise you that. But eventually I'm going to quit drinking. Eventually, you know what? I'm going to quit smoking. Eventually I'm going to blah, blah, blah. And everybody uses that thing. Hey, you know what? I use this one especially when I was smoking and drinking, man. I was like, you know what? Hey, I know it's bad for me, but we all got to die anyway. I might as well die happy. Dude, what kind of craziness is that, for real, to say something like that? How about, it makes me happy, I enjoy it? Or, you know what? If I could just get everybody else to change, my life would be way better. Or this one, here's a good one. I just can't seem to get I can't seem to get her on board with it. I can't seem to get him on board with it. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have something that you want to accomplish, we were sitting around the dinner table tonight talking about houses and how big of a house you want, or how big. And I'm like, I want a big house. I want a really, really big house. I want an obnoxiously big house. I don't know why. I just do. I think it would be cool to come home to a 20,000 square foot home every day. I don't know. I just think that it would be really, really, really cool. So, what's the reason? I don't know. I don't know. Why do we have goals? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to accomplish? I would like to have a private jet someday soon. Why? Well, because I can get somewhere really, really, really fast, way faster than going through all of the crap you go through at the airport, way faster than anything else. Like you can get somewhere fast right now, right now. Why have a goal like that? Nobody needs a private jet. No, nobody needs a house. You don't have to have a house to live on planet Earth. You do realize that, right? You don't have to live in an apartment. You could literally live in a tent. Heck, we could go back to the olden days and find a nice cave and live in that. Like, why would anybody want to do better? Because to grow in life, you have to be reaching new goals. You have to be reaching for higher targets. If you're ever going to grow, really, really grow in your life, you've got to take your life to a whole different level. You've got to go. And that's the thing is we have these justifications. And this is why I was just invited. First off, I had some amazing conversations today. I talked to my buddy, Jeffrey Gitomer, the king of sales. He wrote the Little Red Book of Selling and 16 other books. Wonderful, wonderful guy. And we have some things that we're planning on doing together this coming year. And then I get a phone call with my buddy, Jerry Acuff, who, if you've not heard of Jerry Acuff, 80% of the entire world sales force in pharmaceutical sales has been trained by Jerry Acuff. The dude is awesome. What's up, Eli? How you doing? So, like, the dude is amazing. We had a great conversation about doing some stuff together in 2020. Look, if you want to take your life to a different level, man, you got to reach up. You got to reach out. You got to help more people. My goal this year is to help a lot of people. I have a lot of goals written down over here on my iPad. I spent some really quality time today writing out exactly what I want to accomplish for the year. And then I broke it down month by month, what my numbers are, what I have to do, what I have to achieve to get to those numbers. What is the process of getting to each? Like, I know that, like, and I'm not accounting, like a lot of people are like, well, you know, January and February, those are pretty bad months in our industry. Dude, that's if you let it be. That's if you let it be. Okay. I just hung up with my buddy Frank Cranitti, called me. One of the, if not the number one of the top car salespeople on planet Earth. The dude sells over 100 cars a month. And I said, dude, you set up for 2020? You ready to rock and roll? He said, oh, baby, I'm going to kill it in 2020. I said, dude, I know you are. He delivered 15 cars today on a Tuesday. On a freaking Tuesday, the dude delivered 15 cars. Name one other person you know that delivered 15 cars today. Today, a single salesperson. No assistance, no nothing. He has a lot boy that helps him out. Good kid. I met him. But Frank's killing it. Like, how does that happen? How does somebody reach those levels in life? How do you sell cars and make $1 million a year or whatever Frank makes? I don't know what he makes, but let's assume that it's in that ballpark, selling over 100 cars a month. He's doing pretty well. How do you reach those levels in life? First off, hey, welcome back, Lynn. I'm glad to see you back. First off, he's not telling himself all these stories. Well, you know what? I'm not feeling it today. I'm not feeling it today. So I'm going to have an amazing day tomorrow. Today, I think I'm going to stay home and watch some Netflix. I'm calling in. I'm just going to let him know. What's up, big dreamer? I'm just going to let them know. I'm going to let them know that, you know, I mean, I'm just not feeling it. I have a headache. I've known Frank now for about a year. We've been really, really good friends. One of my best friends in the world now. We talk literally every single day. And I'm telling you, the guy has no excuses. Let me tell you an interesting story about him too, because he also doesn't look for discounts. He's like, bro, I don't use coupons or discounts. We're doing some business together. And he says, I need you to come over to Philly. I need you to come over and spend 7 days, 8 days, whatever it was. Find a hotel room. Here's my credit card. Let's just do it. Put it on my card. I'll pay for it. I said, all right, I'll find a hotel room. So I found one. I won't even tell you what it was a night, but it wasn't 100 and it wasn't 200. It was north of that per night, way north of that. So I call him and I said, dude, it's X amount of dollars per night. He's like, cool. Did you book it? And I said, not yet. I just wanted to call and make sure you were cool with that. And he's like, well, yeah. I go, do you want me to see if they'll take a AAA discount? And he's like, no, bro, just book it. What do you mean are you a AAA member? I said, I don't know if I still, he goes, dude, I don't do coupons and I don't do discounts. And as a result, my customers don't show up asking for discounts or coupons or want that. It just doesn't happen. I'm like, makes sense, man. You got to have that $1 million mentality if you want to make $1 million. You have to have a $10 million mentality if you want to make $10 million. You have to have the mentality Grant Cardone has right now. His goal is to mentor 1 million people in 2020. Mentor and help 1 million people grow and expand in life in 2020. That's what you have to have. You have to drop negative people out of your life, the people that have all the excuses, the people that say they can't do it, the people that say that whine and complain about everything and everyone. Get rid of them. Get them out. 2020 is your year. It's your chance to go out and kill it this year, because 99% of the people around you are not going to do it. They're going to say they're going to do it. They're going to say it tonight, especially if they're throwing some back. Oh, 2020 is going to be my year. 2020 is going to be my year. I'm so fired up. Woohoo! Let's get drunk and talk about how we're going to do this. Listen, man, it ain't ever going to happen for them. For most of them. And I'm not being negative. It's the facts. A very tiny, small percentage of the Earth's population actually hits ginormous levels. And it's because eventually those people finally give up all the excuses. Those people finally say, I've had it with my small, limited thinking. They say, I've had it with my small, limited, ridiculous excuses. They say, I have had it with all of the BS in my life, and I'm changing my life for the better. I've had it with being held back and not being able to help more people. I've had it with saying, I'm going to have one more serving because I deserve it. I've had it with all of the excuses, and they reach completely different levels because they finally let go of all of the crap, all of the excuses. I had a conversation with someone else today that is a DJ at a radio station over in another part of Ohio at a station, a radio station. And he hit me up and asked me if I would come on the air and do a morning segment on his show for setting goals and setting goals and New Year's resolutions. And I was like, wow, I'd be honored, man. That's awesome. I would be honored. So look, when you let go of all of your excuses, when you let go of all of the things that are telling you in your subconscious mind, all of those thoughts that you have that are saying, hey, you know what? Everybody that said all that bad stuff to you as a kid, or maybe even as an adult, maybe you worked for somebody that was a jackwagon and that person just they're so insecure with their own existence and their own pathetic lives that they try to drive you down. They try to make you feel bad about yourself because they want you to be on the level emotionally that they're on. So they try to drag you down into that emotional level that they're in. They tell you you're not capable. They tell you you can't do it. They tell you all of the crap that you know is not true. You know, deep down in your soul, you know it's not true. But you allow those tapes to play over and over and over in your head, and you give away all your power. Stop that now. Start doing what Grant Cardone says. Write your goals twice a day. Well, I don't know what goals to write. Come up with something. Come up with something. Is there a trip you would like to go on this year? Is there a new home you would like to buy? A new car you would like to buy? Is there a mission that you would like to start? Are there starving children in Africa that you would like to help? What is it? Come up with something. Everyone can come up with something. Come up with something and start writing your goals down in the morning. I just posted by the way, on Instagram stories last night. If you go to my stories and motivation, there's this great video that Grant Cardone put out about eating doo-doo. And it's really, really good. But, you know, he also talked about, he was on Fox and Friends yesterday morning, I think, talking about how, he writes his goals in the morning and at night. In the morning and at night. And he writes his goals a third time. There's a third time that he says he writes his goals. Does anybody know when that is? He writes them in the morning, and every night before he goes to bed. What's the other time that the dude says he writes his goals? And it makes sense to do this. I'll wait on somebody to answer that if anybody wants to. And then if you don't guess it, I will give you the correct answer. So here's the thing. Look, you've got to let go of all the garbage. You got to let go of all the people that from your past, all the stories from your past that you're bringing into the present moment and destroying your present moment and destroying your future because you're living in the present moment based on false facts from the past, and you're projecting those into your present moment and into your future. And it's absolutely eliminating your chances to be successful at anything in life. And no, I know there's people who are like, well, it's not all about money. Okay. Zig Ziglar said, I know money's not everything, but it is ranked right up there with oxygen, because you can take anybody, 99% of the problems on this planet in anybody's personal life, 90%, maybe not 99, 90% of the problems can be solved with more money. So I know money's not everything, but daggone it, it's important. So stop listening to those voices that told you that the money doesn't grow on trees and rich people are evil and all. Let go of the stories and get ready today. Sit down with a piece of paper right now. If you're drinking already, well, it's probably too late, but you need to start writing it down. Write it down in the morning and write it down at night. And the other time, since nobody took a shot at it and tried to guess, the other time that Grant Cardone writes down his goals, once in the morning, once in the evening before he goes to bed, and the other time is when he's experienced a loss. When that deal doesn't come through that he was planning on, when that deal doesn't come through that he was working on, when that deal doesn't come through, or you lose this or whatever, get out a piece of paper. Instead of moping about it and whining about it and complaining about it, get out your notebook, a piece of paper, your iPad, whatever you write on, and write your goals down. And that's every day if you have to. I mean, look, and this is something that he says in one of his books, I think the 10X rule, but he says, listen, most people write their goals down once a year, one time a year, and that is New Year's Day. And then they tuck them away and they don't look at them again until maybe the next year. What about me? I write down my goals twice a day, 2 times a day. 365 days a year, and 2020 is a leap year. So 366 times 2, I'm going to write my goals down. That's 720. Come on, help me out. 720 what is that? 366 times 2. Somebody help me out. What is that? 722? Is that right? 722 times. Who's got a better chance at achieving great things in life? The guy that writes down his goals once in a year, or the guy that writes down his goals 722 times in a year? Who's got a better shot? And that is a rhetorical question, because most people are so busy playing defense to life, letting life just slap them around, letting life take them wherever life wants to take them. And they're just on the defense. 732. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much. She's right. You're playing defense, constantly playing defense. That's the way most people are living. And that's why I titled this Happy New Year. This is why most people are not going to have a different year in 2020 than they did in 2019. And here's the thing. I say to you, write your goals down twice a day. Immediately, most people's minds go to, twice a day? That's a lot, man. When am I supposed to have time to do that? That is where most people's minds go. And you know that. I'm guilty of it, so I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you that that's why most people will not change in 2020 from where they were in 2019. I'm not saying you won't. You might be the exception to the rule, but most people on this planet will not be different in 2020 than they were in 2019, because their life is on such an autopilot that they don't know how. And I'm telling you how to change it. This is it. And this isn't any huge revelation I've had. This comes from Grant Cardone and Zig Ziglar and all these other people out here, right? You write your goals down twice a day, I promise you your life will change. You throw in some positive affirmation statements. I am accomplishing great things. I am a giver. I am one with God. I am whatever it is you want to bring and be in your life. You write that down every single day of your life, twice a day, 2 times a day, 732 times in the year 2020. Your life will be different. I promise you. Thank you, Captain. I appreciate that. Dream boards are amazing. That's something. Thank you for reminding me of that, Sandy Clifton, because I need to create a new dream board this year, and I'm writing that down as soon as I get off here. I need to create a new dream board / vision board this year, because I had a vision board and I literally accomplished everything that was on that vision board. Everything. And you can do the same thing. Don't let your limited thinking, your past, or anything else hold you back anymore. It's time. 2020 can be your year. Take massive action. Change your life, man. Don't be a statistic. Don't be like everybody else out there that says today, on December 31st, the last day of the, not just year, but the last day of the decade. This is the last day of the decade. And there are a lot of people, 7.5 billion people around the world, that are going, man, it's going to be different for me this year. 2020 is my year, man. Why? Because I deserve it. Why? How are you going to get there? Oh, I'm going for it. I know, but how? Oh, I'm just going to, I'm going to 10X. Oh, that's a cute saying. How are you going to 10X? What are you going to do that's different from 2019 and 2018 and 2017? What are you going to do that's different? What are you going to do that's different? You got to step out. You got to step out, step up, and be different. You got to be different. Jay, how in the world are you? Happy New Year, bro. You got to get out of what everybody else is going to do, because 2020 for most people is going to be a mirror image, a duplication of 2019. It is. It's the simple fact, man. And 2021 is probably going to be the same for those people too. Happy New Year from New Zealand. Hey, Aiden, how you doing? Oh, it's January 1st, 2 p.m. Dude, what's the new year like? He's already in the new year. Happy New Year to you, bro. So look, step up and step out and change your life and do something that's different. Do something different. Stop listening to the stories you've been told. Stop listening to the stories that somebody else told you. Stop listening to all of that crap and start doing something different with your life. Starting now. Starting now. Aiden, it's 2 p.m. in New Zealand right now. January the 1st. Hopefully, Aiden, you've already written your goals down at least once. And hopefully you do it a second time, and you do that every single day for all 366 days in 2020. So listen, you guys and gals, all of you, I wish you an incredibly happy new year. I wish you a very, very safe new year. And I hope and pray that you make a humongous change in your life. I hope you stop telling yourself all of the crap lies you tell yourself on a daily basis about what you can and cannot do. Take it to a different level. Hold yourself accountable. Tammy says, nothing holding me back this year. I am making serious changes. Thanks, Ken. I'm out here working tonight. Everything is changing for me. Amen. Amanda Kaufman, Happy New Year to you. All right. Sandra, hey, Happy New Year to you. Thank you to all of you who've been on here, everyone who shared this out. God bless each and every one of you. May you have and your family have the happiest year of your life in 2020. I hope you make a humongous change. If I can help any of you in any way, please reach out to me. Hit me up in a DM on Facebook or wherever. Hit me up in a DM and let's chat. I love helping people, so hit me up. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys next year. Happy New Year.